This is Zimbabwe, and most people know the name, but very few know the country. Zimbabwe has been through things that would have broken most nations, and it is still standing, still breathing, and still breathtaking. A 1,000-year-old tree, a fish that hunts birds, and a mountain that swallows people. This place earns every second of your attention. 30 facts about Zimbabwe. Starting from fact number 30. Let's start with the name itself. Zimbabwe is named after a ruin. The Great Zimbabwe Ruins are the largest ancient stone structure in all of sub-Saharan Africa, built between roughly the 11th and 15th centuries by the ancestors of the Shona people. And the wild part is the engineering. The walls climb up to 11 meters high, built from nearly 1 million granite blocks stacked perfectly, with nothing holding them together but precision. No cement, no mortar, just skill. And they've stood for over 700 years.
Fact 29. This one genuinely surprised me.
Lake Kariba, on the border with Zambia, is the largest man-made reservoir on Earth by volume. It holds a staggering 185 cubic kilometers of water at full capacity. To put that in perspective, China's mighty Three Gorges Dam holds about 39.3 cubic kilometers. Kariba is so vast, it actually changed the local climate, and the sheer weight of it triggered its own minor earthquakes. And here's the part that gives you chills. When the dam wall was sealed in 1958, it took the Zambezi River 5 full years to fill it. That's how much empty space there was to flood.
Fact 28. Zimbabwe has a season that works backwards.
Almost everywhere else, leaves turn red and orange in autumn as they die. But here, the Masasa trees do it in spring, just as the new leaves are coming in. For a few weeks before the rains, whole hillsides light up in red, copper, peach, and deep maroon. And it all means growth. Those young leaves have a natural coating that works like sunscreen, protecting them until they toughen up and turn green. A landscape that looks like autumn, but is actually celebrating spring.
Fact 27. There's a place in northern Zimbabwe where elephants have learned to stand up.
In Manipools, a wild floodplain along the Zambezi, certain bull elephants rise up onto their 2 back legs, balancing their entire several-ton body upright, just to reach the highest seed pods on the anna trees. Wild elephants doing this is almost unheard of anywhere else on Earth. Fact 26. Running straight down the middle of Zimbabwe is the Great Dike, a line of hills stretching about 550 kilometers from one end of the country to the other. Astronauts can spot it from orbit. It formed 2.5 billion years ago when molten rock pushed up through a crack in the crust, and it's packed with treasure. One of the biggest platinum reserves on the planet, plus gold, chrome, and nickel. People call it the spinal cord of Zimbabwe, and the whole country's mining runs right along that line. Fact 25. Tucked into the far east of the country is the most southerly rainforest on the entire African continent, the Chirinda Forest. And standing inside it is a giant, simply known as the Big Tree, a red mahogany that towers around 65 meters tall and has been alive for over 1,000 years. It was already centuries old when the stone city of Great Zimbabwe was being built.
Fact 24. About what's underground, Zimbabwe is sitting on the largest lithium reserves in all of Africa, mostly at a place called Bikita in the south.
Lithium is the metal inside basically every phone, laptop, and electric car battery on the planet right now. So the green energy revolution everyone keeps talking about? A big chunk of the raw material is coming out of the Zimbabwean bush. Fact 23. Now let's go to the water everyone knows, Victoria Falls. You've probably heard it called the tallest waterfall in the world. It isn't. It's not the widest either. What it actually holds is a stranger, bigger title. The largest sheet of falling water anywhere on Earth. Stretch its width of over 1,700 meters across a drop of 108 meters, and you get a single curtain of water so vast that nothing else on the planet comes close. Fact 22. In the southeast corner of the Eastern Highlands sit the Chimney-Mani Mountains. They're made of something special, almost pure quartzite. Over 1 billion years, old sand got pressed into rock, so pale people call it sugar white. Then it bent and tilted into sharp ridges along the Mozambique border. Wind and rain have shaped the top rocks into strange, twisted forms. And the soil here is so special that about 80 kinds of plants grow here, and nowhere else on Earth. Fact 21, but here's the one that always blows my mind. Tucked away in the eastern highlands is Mtarazi Falls, a thin ribbon of water that tumbles in tiers down about 762 meters into the Honde Valley. That total height is roughly 7 times the drop of Victoria Falls. It's a completely different kind of waterfall, a tall, delicate cascade rather than that thundering wall of water, but the most famous falls in the country isn't even close to being the highest.